might go back and replay Zero on New Game Plus on stream.
Ooh.
That seems like it'd be fun. Honestly, my only problem with 1 is like I had it too good playing as Majima in Zero. He's so fun to play as, and you're only Kiryu in 1.
Oh.
Which is how it
Well,
is for most of the series, but still.
well, the other downside is when you play the newer game, you get all the quality of life, and then you realize, oh, I have to go back to the old game that doesn't have this.
Well, I mean, it's quality of life wise between Zero and Yakuza 1 Kiwami, because Kiwami's the remade version, it's pretty similar.
I think I had 0. Let me roll chat. Yeah, I had 0.
All of them are apparently on the Game Pass thing.
Yeah.
I just broke down and bought all of them except for Like a Dragon because they were on the winter sale for like 85% off.
Mm.
So I got all of them except for the most recent one, which is Like a Dragon for like $40.
Nice.
Yeah, Steam Winter Sale really popped off this year.
Steam gets wild with the sales.
It does, especially during winter.
Everyone's at
Yeah,
home.
new games to play. And then you're buying everything for Christmas.
It's a good thing you don't have your profile pics there, because otherwise the bottom of my screen on stream would be hilarious.
It's just all Batman.
Yeah, it's just Batman followed by clearly the best Robin, followed by just Dimitri, Harley Quinn, Red X, and the Bat who edgelords.
Don't tempt me to go
I need
change
to-
my image to the Red X picture.
I need to go back to change that, don't I?
I can't remember if it's a podcast or just a streaming group that they go through and do like D&D versions of popular movies and stuff, and things go wildly off the rails.
I think I've heard of that.
Maybe we just need to do a one shot of this.
Where you're just fucking Batman.
Who's the real Batman?
It's like Clue. But we're trying
Exactly.
to figure out who the fuck the real
The answer is
Batman
yes.
Yes.
In the end, it's just Alfred. That's the real Batman. We can yell at Letty really quick. Unless he's somehow lost in the Sahara again.
He was on TikTok a second ago.
That's even worse.
True, base, factual.
I forgot that I had my reactive image set to my other collab stream. I was like, oh no, my boy!
My boy.
Got all of you. Did everyone remember right? I think everyone leveled up to 7 already.
I think so. Let me double check. Yeah, I'm 7 because I have 7 key. That's how that works.
I'm 7 because I remembered to write 7 on my character sheet.
Is she quiet for everybody else?
Oh yeah, Morgan, you're really quiet.
Oh, am I really quiet?
Yeah.
You're like, it feels like you're Letty yelling across from across the hall when we give him shit.
I am literally right next to my mic. Is that any better?
Maybe double check what mic Discord is using to make sure it didn't switch to like a lower quality version of the mic or something. Because I know like one of my things on my computer technically has a mic that isn't the microphone I use, and sometimes Discord switches to that for no reason, and then it makes me sound like really fuzzy and weird.
There we go. Is that any better?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, yeah, it did
Morgan
it.
has returned from the war.
Like I literally have my mic like where I have it when I stream. What?
Dimitri
Quiet.
Dimitri learned that all of history is right, so now they're just punished Kobold.
So far, I don't think Dimitri's gone wrong with just opening with a fireball.
I mean, can you go wrong opening with a fireball?
I legitimately don't think so.
Like, if anyone can be trusted to use fireball responsibly, it's Dimitri.
Like, he has a gun. He's used it once and he got a kill with it. Your boy's just that good.
You know, in hindsight, I'm pretty sure I just made child
You just made what?
soldiers.
Smile.
Yeah. Anyway,
That sounds like a you problem, Smile.
you'll be fine. You'll grow up to not have extreme PTSD.
One can hope.
I sure hope it doesn't.
Also, you know, with Sleepless's comment in main chat, that begs the question of something I've wondered for a while now about the Teen Titans cartoon, the original one.
Yeah.
They make a big deal out of, oh, who's Slade? Who is he? When it's like, he's literally a well-known mercenary. Slade is just literally his first name.
Yeah, but they couldn't name him as his actual fucking name because he was Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
I mean, Deathstroke isn't that out there.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like back
That's what
then.
I mean, though, is like in universe, Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke, is like a well-known mercenary slash hitman.
Which is
His characterization in Teen Titans is a little weird.
which
Yeah,
is
they had to make him the big bad.
which is weird because like Robin would know who Slade is all the time because Batman would have had interactions with Green Arrow enough to know who that is and everything.
Well, he knew Slade well enough to know his name was Slade. I'm wondering if he even knows that he's like a well-known villain or if he just thinks he's that one guy. You know?
Just that one guy.
He's the one guy.
He's just that one guy. You know?
Whoa.
I like to
he
think
heard
that
Batman
the
call him
whole-
Slade and go, "Oh man, he must be a pretty bad dude." But he
I
never
like
heard
to
the
think that the
actual like
whole-
name.
the whole Slade doing stuff in Jump City or whatever their city's called is like just him taking a vacation from his normal work. He's just fucking around with these teenagers for fun while he has spare
Hello.
time to relax.
Welcome to the stream. We are still
God.
starting a little bit.
Point out that Deadpool's name is Wade Wilson.
Oh yeah, no, he's 100% a parody of Slade Wilson.
How
That's his
are
whole
you
point.
tonight?
You do the Deathstroke and the Deadpool.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why he's so goofy too, is because like in his comics iteration, Deathstroke was like super serious, bad guy kind of dude, you know?
Imagine having the first name Slade, but having the last name Wilson.
I'd be like, bro, what the fuck?
I mean, he's Australian in the comics too, right? Not just the Arrow show.
Is he Australian? I don't know.
Wait, is he?
Yeah, I don't know if he is or not. I know, in the show Arrow, he's Australian, but that might just be the show continuity type stuff. I'm not sure.
I want to say that's something that was just for the show because I've never heard of him being Australian. Yeah, in his comics iteration, he's American because he joined the U.S. Army at like 17, apparently.
Loop is good. You finally here. Let's see. We are currently waiting on one player who is apparently lost in the soup aisle because he's the kind of person that will walk into the kitchen and somehow end up in hell. But you know,
I'd like to point out that he's a professional mercenary who is an old guy with a beard and white hair and an eye patch. Who does that sound like?
that is a good question. A man.
I'm pretty sure his hair's just like white always, even when he was younger.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he seems like some sort of boss that might be a little larger than normal.
I feel dumb because I'm not getting the reference.
Big
It's Big Boss
Oh,
from Metal Gear.
fuck off.
I don't know, dude. If I ever met, like, if I ever like was in a timeline and met Big Boss, I'd be like, I ain't fucking with that dude. He's like fucking 60 years old, survived like 3 world wars. I'm out.
Hell no.
Yeah, no, thanks, I'm good. I do not want to tussle with that. I don't
Like-
wanna fight Grandpa.
Like, even at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4, he fucking beats the shit out of Snake. Like, I ain't touching that, dude.
So Letty's at soup,
Yeah.
Idiot soup
I don't.
shopping for clothes
at the soup store.
at the soup store.
Goofy as hell.
Goofy? Aw.
Nice. I do hope you are
Which is
having.
why you're creeping
Mage.
so much.
I do
I don't
hope
know.
you are having a good day.
What
And
is the login info?
Your mom?
you're having a good day, and I hope you are staying safe as we are getting weather.
My mom.
Your mom?
Oh, for the
Isn't it pinned?
Is it? I don't see
Is
it.
it? Is it? Is
uh
it? Is it? Yeah, it is. It's the second pinned in the How I Met Your Ruler chat,
uh
so you don't have to say it on stream.
make sure you're logging in with the same name.
I don't
Or-
remember what my name was.
Shit.
Isn't it Red Blues?
Think it is.
So, but there's so many ways to spell it.
It's not a huge deal. Just once you log in, it. I just have to re-give the token back to you because it's tied to the name.
I'm too lazy to change my name right now, so
Oh, it's set to all. Okay. We had left off. Everyone was resting as you had just gone through a battle. You had to trek through basically minus degree temperature and zombies that are ghouls and zombies and the such. You got back here, or you got here. Letty got to meet his dad, who he thought was dead or gone. You learned your teacher and Frederick and people involved have a high bounty on their head that is astronomical. You learn Frederick has a bounty because he apparently had many noise complaints.
I think murder was on there too. Kidnapping,
Yeah,
homicide,
I'm sure the noise complaints were it though.
a coup.
Yeah. It's not the murder; it's the noise complaints, like playing Mozart at turned all the way up to 11 at 3 in the morning.
This is
Listen,
the
they take
trap
their city
remix?
ordinances very seriously here.
True. Yes, you did in fact learn that he is wanted for kidnapping, but is not really wanted for kidnapping. And you got to more or less start your own houses at this point. Now that you have fancy beasts. Letty still has to do his, Morgan still has to do hers. Well, that's about it. At this point, you guys are just resting. You guys have had time to soak it all in.
Soaking?
We're soaking?
Sure.
What are we
The
soaking in?
the lower world is
What
just the lower world doesn't have sex. They just soak.
Oh my god.
I like that.
That sounds weird.
I don't like this slang. Oh, hey. You're back from soup.
I wouldn't say that it's slang, it's just a term for a certain kind of act.
A localized term for a certain thing is slang.
I mean, it's not
By
localized
definition.
though. That it's
I don't call
specific
it that. Dimitri as a character doesn't call it that.
Well, yeah, you're
Every
not.
so
For the record, we're not saying that
Dang.
soaking is a term for sex. It's something else.
Well, welcome. Lenny.
so
Finally, contact.
so ever since I made the overlay for Saturday's game, I made it slightly I want to say longer with the chat. So every single time I switch back to Tuesday and Thursday, I have to keep changing the chat to fit, or else it looks like your names get cut off.
Rip.
There we go. Yep, there we go.
Can you not have like multiple arrangements or whatever saved that you can switch between in the program you're using?
I do most of the overlay in Photoshop because it's just an image to fit, but it's a very specific image I cut out like 4 years ago and have slowly just changed it over time.
Kate,
What?
hydrate. Rigor.
I'm gonna enjoy my pop.
Visual reaction.
Uh-huh. Alright, so you guys have had time to kind of gather your thoughts. You've had time to figure out what you want to do from this point on. You have a couple options. You still have time to rest and talk to people, get a more idea.
Yeah, where's Poison?
He can't come. He's feeling like shit.
Gotcha.
I'm sick.
So he's over in his tent.
My son, he is sick.
We still have
You're
people
just
who
vibing.
haven't figured out their thing yet, right?
Yeah,
You
it's
and Morgan.
Good.
So
Sweat
we'll
punch a bitch.
so we can use the first couple of this to do that, and you guys can figure out what you want to do.
Well, Dimitri went back to the tent after having the realization that all of the food he made for Teeny is not edible for Teeny, and so he is thinking very deeply about that.
He's like, man,
Man, why did she take it if she can't eat it?
man.
Man, just if she would have said something. So
What?
he is deep in thought.
I want to
Did we
say
figure out whether or not Teeny could have like blood sausage and that kind of stuff?
it was brought up. If I remember right, it just has to be blood. So like, as long as it's, I guess, incorporated, it should still count.
Because like obviously blood sausage has blood in it, but it
Yeah,
also has
yeah,
like,
yeah.
thickening agents and the skin and whatnot.
I'm just gonna rule it as long as there's blood in it, like a not a copious amount, but at least probably half what you're making should be fine.
Is it kind of like lactose intolerance where eating other foods is just, well, that sucked. Won't
It
stop
is.
me from eating cheese, but that sucked.
Yeah,
Man.
that is how it works in Underworld. Like you can't eat actual food. Well, you can, but like you'll throw it up. So I'm just going with the as long as the meal had
Oh,
so as long as the meal has like half in it, it's fine. Or it's
Gotcha.
or it's like a blood sausage where it's just
Oh no.
weird.
What the fuck are you giggling down over there?
so Teeny's Teeny's a Hilton.
He's fucking dying again.
Not my man dying over here.
Right. If I remember right, Dimitri did not tell the others that they were wanted yet.
No, Dimitri did.
Did
He
you?
showed them all the, yeah. He showed them all. He was just like, hey, look at this.
Okay.
He was very straightforward with that information.
Well, we can start with either one then. It just depends if Letty wants to ask more questions to his dad while they're talking, or Morgan just wants to go.
I guess while Dimitri is pondering things, he could have his encounter. I'm not really sure how he would summon his beast. It probably would just pop up like, yo, why haven't you summoned me yet? Hello?
Huh?
I'm down.
Which one? Can't you say yes?
What? What?
All right. For Morgan, did a tune. We did do everything else. So, actually, do you remember the what game had the talking hat, but it was like a top hat? I don't think it's a hat.
Odyssey?
Talking top end?
Yeah, it was like a top.
Mario Odyssey did have a top hat that talked.
Yeah, I did.
It was Cappy.
He was a top hat in one of the worlds.
Yes.
Yeah.
swear there was a magic.
I said yes. He did
Oh,
have
I
a
thought
talking
you said
hat.
no.
I
He
said
wasn't.
yes.
Yeah.
I was
Cappy
gonna be
was a
like,
talking
oh, no.
hat. I said yes.
Yep.
My bad.
That's more or less what happens for you when you're sitting there because you would have been, as Dimitri does, checks everything out thoroughly, right? You would start to hear the voice play above your head, but only you can hear it.
He kind of just looks around.
No, that Scylla is in there with you.
He'll look
Weren't we
across at
saying
Scylla
I
and
was
be
like
like,
doing a meditation thing?
Last
Yeah, I
time
don't know if you were.
you are either still meditating in your dreamland and talking to scientist guy. I don't remember his name. It's
I
been
also
so-
don't remember what we named him.
I just wrote down Scrimblow.
yeah, I think you called him Benson or something.
My little meow meow.
Yeah, so you're probably still in there. I'll have to go back and look at tomorrow.
Wasn't it like Arthur or something like that? I don't know.
Arthur or Scramble, either one, it's fine. You guys are gonna name the NPC anyway. But over time, as you're going over things, because you found books, you found, all the scraps of paper and everything that they said you could take, you keep hearing the voice go, hey, you.
He jerks up to look around each time, and when he doesn't see anything, he goes back into his thoughts.
Finally, after about 15, 30 minutes, the top hat just bops you on the head. Like the front brim, like, not humps, but like jumps on your head.
Dimitri reaches up and pulls the hat off of his head and looks at it.
You see the I'm not sure what it's called. The part between where the hat starts in your head and like the top hat going up is a mouth, and you see the mask on the hat has eyes. Looks at you and goes,
Can I help you?
"Finally, you say something. I've been trying to get your attention for 15 minutes now."
I was deep in thought and was not aware that my hat was capable of speech. I apologize.
I have to remember. Nope, don't do that. What? You're an android. There we are. Okay. They look at you and go, "Hello," but it's in a tandem voice, so you can hear it like echoed, right?
Yeah.
And they go, "I am Virgo and Vigo."
Hello, why are you in my hat?
But the question is, why am I on the top of your head?
You're not, I'm holding you.
Well, that would explain the lightness. Yes. Question. Who are you?
I'm Dimitri. Not really sure what else to add here. I'm a student. I think.
Interesting. Yeah, I think.
At this point, it is questionable what his status is because the school may no longer be.
Yes. Interesting. Well, what you had that has awakened me, it must be for some reason. Yes?
Oh, I don't know. I just know that the magic wand thing assimilated with my instrument. That was kind of cool.
You see
And
that
when I dumped you over, you had like a ton of stuff that fell out and exploded.
that would explain why we are light. You see it also look down at the and go, and that would explain why my other half went.
Ah, I see. He does not. He is very confused.
Yes. Well, it is very nice to meet you. I am. What was it now? Yes, I am Virgo, and my other half in your loot, whatever is down there, is Vigo.
He kind of makes the lute or the instrument pop out. Nice to meet you.
What instrument did you go with?
I believe it was a lute. Let me make sure.
Just so I
Lute,
can.
but it's
Oh.
also the instrument of many instruments, so it can change to any
Mhm.
instrument.
A lute's very similar to a guitar or a ukulele.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just has a rounded back to it, and the neck is a bit thicker.
You see, when you hold up the lute, I assume you're holding up by like the strim of it. You
Like
see,
the neck, yeah.
yeah, by the neck. You see a mouth open where the hole is, and you see eyes open on top, and it also talks to you. It goes, I've been down there this entire time. Least you could do is hold me up. It's nauseating.
Condolences. I was not aware that my instrument was also sentient.
It goes, oh, you had books all over me. I feel suffocated. Brother, she's mean, or he's mean.
He just kind of shrugs. This is how he's treated his instrument all along, and it never really occurred to him that it wasn't right.
You see the top hat turn to you and go, well, it seems we are in for the long haul, so it is nice to make your acquaintance. Dimitri, yes.
Likewise.
Well, we will do our best to accommodate you in any way, shape, or form that we can, as it seems we've met quite the interesting new master.
I'm glad that you think so. He is still incredibly confused. What how exactly do you accommodate? Me?
Well, we can protect you. We can help you. And we make things go boom. Sometimes. On accident.
On accident. Can you make things go boom on purpose?
You see the top hat like shuffle its bottom. You see a pigeon drop out, and it goes, Guess we are rusty. For the time being, just aim the top of the hat at the enemy.
Okay.
Presumably.
Make sure that the top of the hat is not currently pointed at Scylla.
I appreciate.
it wouldn't matter. They're like over there lost in their mind palace. They wouldn't know till they wake up.
Just get bopped. Woe, bird be upon ye.
But if that is the case, it is nice to meet you, and we are gracious that we finally get out of that hellhole.
Was that place really that bad?
Well, it does get lonely when it's dark in there all the time.
Can you not talk with the other I don't know, magical items in there? There were a lot of them, I think, if any of them were like you.
No. In fact, we go to very dark places in there. Alone. A little weird.
I see. Dark places. He just nods. He has a totally different idea of what a dark place is.
They both turn and look at you. It is nice to meet you. And though, unless you want us to be heard by others, we will only speak to you. Presumably.
All right. He thinks about it for a moment. I don't mind if you're heard by others, so long as you're not saying something not nice to them, or as long as you're not going to, like, blow our cover or something.
Oh, we can help with that. We can make your appearance look quite different. We are a masquerade, after all.
Yes, I finally figured out how to put the mask away, but I suppose it could come in handy. But I don't mind if you speak to the others. The other party members. There are a few of us. I'm sure you'll meet them as time goes on. Just don't say anything mean to their faces. If you have something mean to say, don't say it. I guess you can
Fabulous.
tell me, but I probably don't want to hear it.
They turn and go, fabulous. We are finally glad to be out of there and happy.
Glad to help.
They will, however, change to however you want it. So if you want the mask to be a certain design, or you want it to be like Phantom at the Opera mask, or like it's just like a masquerade ball mask, things like that, it's completely up to you.
It basically just adds embellishment to his glasses at this time.
That works.
That's it.
The glasses will, however, have a red and blue mixture, though, to fit their look.
Sick, 3D glasses. Everything is three-dimensional now.
Dimitri can now see the Matrix.
Beautiful. 10 out of 10.
Right. You do get your fun. Glendon,
Eh.
as that is happening, what do you do?
Midnight stroll for air. Whoa, he in the forest clearing.
I will note that you are still in territory you're not sure with, so
Yeah,
Fuck it, we ball.
of the teenage concerns that is currently plaguing him, he doesn't care.
Fuck it, we ball.
Yes, fuck it, we bowl.
How far out?
Typical teenage response.
How far out do you go out?
Just the clearing,
Okay.
wherever this clearing is.
You get past like a couple of the ramparts they have set up around trees. You can see where they have like traps or other things hanging down around, or like various like places to sit in trees, like you would hunt deer, but obviously for reconnaissance type stuff. But you get out enough to where you can see up in the sky, and it's night. It's clear as day. You can see the moon and the stars.
Linda's gonna take a seat in the on the one fell tree that the anime protagonist sits on.
All right.
He doesn't try to do anything.
Vibes.
Yeah, he just vibes. He's just looking at the stars, going about his night.
There you go.
Ah, yes, my throne.
Is that all you do then? You just contemplate?
Yeah, doing the deep thinking.
Alright.
He's going so far deep. It's almost as if, he was just taking a long shower.
Showers here, right?
Do they?
Yeah. God,
Okay.
this place would
Good.
God, this place would smell horrible if they didn't.
They get the concepts of long shower, contemplate.
All right. You go through the rest of your night. You go over everything that you've told, you've been seeing, obviously you broke down last time after seeing your dad. He told you some things. Now you have time over the night. In the morning, as you guys get everything you need, contemplate, let it all sink in. You awake to everyone having breakfast. You can see a large table in the middle of the camp. You see eggs, bacon, you see grits, you see toast, you see bread, porridge, soups everywhere. Lots of people half covered in armor or are running over to grab food and then going back to their tent. It's about, we're gonna say 7:30 in the morning.
I know Scylla would usually be awake by this time. When does everyone else usually wake up?
Would you like to know, Weather Boy?
I would.
Dimitri would also be up.
Not for a while.
Yeah, America seems like the type to sleep in.
Yeah, buddy.
You sleep in? Doesn't she sleep in until there's food smell? She
Yes.
usually comes out when Dimitri's cooking.
There you go.
Oh boy, sustenance.
We'll just say Teeny's feeling sick.
I mean, it's
From
not
that
like she
bird.
did any of this anyway.
It's from that bird. She should have drank the bird blood.
You're right.
Don't. Dimitri didn't trust it. She shouldn't have done it.
Got food poisoning from bird blood.
Is this the Abbey of Thelema?
I mean, it could be. We don't know.
Well, I don't have an egg asset, so we're gonna assume the oranges are the eggs.
Pumpkins. Rolls of pumpkins. Just gonna eat a whole pumpkin.
Goddamn right.
Who does that? There's so many gourds.
I mean, maybe they're already cooked.
Who does
True.
that? Who cooks squash like that?
When it's in season.
Yeah. Also,
You scoop the guts out because the shell is hard.
Well, for all we know, they've like already cut the hole in the top, scooped everything out, and then put the bit back on to cover the hole. maybe they're filled with something and they were cooked that way.
Lyndon opens one.
Inside, you find rice and curry.
Yeah, it's stopped.
Like those people who use like it's not zucchini, but something else, and then bake it in it.
Oh, is it like a pumpkin soup bowl kind of thing?
Yeah.
That does sound pretty good.
Lyndon proceeds to moan.
For the most part, it all tastes good. You get nice drinks. You get a full hearty meal. You can see various other soldiers around you, all shapes and sizes, doing the same. You see some going in and out. Some are sitting down and eating. You see a gnome pull up with a booster seat.
I mean, half of our party probably needs those. Just being honest, if they're offered.
They exist. The question then is, what do you guys do from here?
Dimitri would probably start by asking Scylla if her weapon did anything funny. The one from the vault.
Oh boy. Oh yeah. So apparently I have some guy in my head now.
What?
He's just in there?
Yeah, no,
Is
like
he,
when
like,
I was
really small?
meditating and I was meditating and I was like in my mindscape and whatever, and there was just some dude with a workshop there
What was he doing there?
making people-sized mechanical puppet things. I don't know.
Are you okay?
I'm pretty okay. I'm sure I could take him in a fight. He doesn't look that strong.
Do you have like your own inner landscape?
What do you think I do when I meditate?
Sleep?
I don't know. That happens to me too when I hit the, you know.
Oh, that's right. Elves don't
jewel?
sleep.
Yes, the jewel.
Also, I
Exactly.
went back and found it, Kate. Apparently, we named him Bartholomew,
Okay, that's what it was.
Nice.
which I love that. Now I can call him my little Mew Mew.
Perfect.
Your pathetic little meow meow.
He is.
New baby girl just dropped.
Correct.
How about you, Vindrin? Did your weapon do anything weird?
I don't remember if my weapon talks to me or not.
You will notice that you have dragonflies kind of following you around. Get up.
Yeah, but those are like, oh, I'm a swarm keeper. There's always bugs around me.
I love
about
that
Vindrin
he
will
doesn't
just
have to notice because it's
shrug.
just more bugs and they just blend in.
Oops, all bugs.
They are in fact slightly larger, but they do listen to you.
Vindrin will
He'll
just
turn to
shrug.
Mariko.
He's like, I don't know.
He'll be like, well, Mariko, does your weapon do anything?
She is sitting there to do outfit. She just stares at you and goes, no,
No.
no.
Lyndon, does your weapon do anything?
They'll pull it out and swing it around a little bit. I don't know. It's just kind of.
You can like hit
the
stuff
weapon.
with it.
Yeah. What did you expect it to do?
Well, I mean, my hat talks, and so does my loot now. So that's something.
I'm thinking that maybe we shouldn't eat this food.
That's starting to sound like a skill issue. I'm just saying.
He'll kind of poke the hat to see if it'll talk because he gave it permission to talk to them. Virgo, do you have anything to say?
The hat will turn on her head. and face you.
Hey, you know
Yeah.
that concerned Wuko gif of her just like eating and she just chewing and staring at you?
Yep.
Yeah, that's America right now.
It turns and goes. It turns. You guys goes. Hello.
Oh, it talks.
I am Vigo.
Okay, Mrs.
Oh, you're Vigo
Doubtfire.
now. I thought you were Virgo. My apologies. There are two of them.
We occasionally switch every now and then.
He
Okay.
pulls out his loot. This one talks too.
It is currently snoring.
And it is now also concerned chewing.
So yeah, that was my night last night.
Did you make a? Did you off unrelated? Did you make a deal with anything recently?
No,
Do you want to?
You
No.
want to?
equally concerned. No.
Lame.
So Dimitri just has the magic talking sitar from Moulin Rouge now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know that they're bats.
This is true.
They stayed a hat and they stayed. He just thinks that now his magical loot is more magical and his hat is magical. That is it. He doesn't know that he has bats. They said that the vault was very dark.
I'm sorry. What vault?
The vault we got them out of.
Oh yeah, we did go to a vault, and it's so hate.
Yes, it's like we've been sleeping for a while, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels like it was forever ago.
That was a really good rest. Really, really sorted some things out.
But the long and long rest, huh?
I mean, hey, at least your hat realizes what its deal is. My guy didn't even know he was in my mindscape. He was just working on stuff in his shop and didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Are you
Okay.
sure that your mindscape didn't like merge with his shop? Did you just accidentally kidnap a guy?
I don't
Wait,
think so.
Did you
Well,
just
Listen,
get
a
up
lot of weird
again?
stuff has happened lately. I don't know. It could be possible.
Okay, who else has a talking hat now? It better
Pretty
not be
sure
hauling
just
out on
Dimitri.
me.
It might actually count as kidnapping now that I think about it.
Bruh.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think you actually might have kidnapped each other on accident.
Each other, so it's mutual.
You're so kidnapping.
That's like double the Stockholm.
I mean, does it count as kidnapping when, like, it wasn't against his will? He just didn't realize it was happening?
Yeah, it's like he was consenting, but not.
I don't think he cares.
Yeah, that's my point. He doesn't seem to really care as long as he gets to have his workshop and keep working.
You do like when it's like quiet, like you're just kind of like vibing out. You will occasionally hear him hum, but that's really about it.
What's he humming?
Wow.
You know, there's a puppet child song that's not Pinocchio.
Are they one of the singing monsters?
No, he's like just humming. Like it's a thing like where you're like working and you're like type thing.
So he's not humming a specific thing. He's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
kind of humming to himself while
Yeah.
he works.
Is a motherfucker skipping in there?
In his head, probably. Yeah.
It's like Spotify, but you don't get to choose the channel.
Yeah.
Oh god, someone hacked his
Congrats.
Spotify account. Now it's just all
Oh.
Brazilian step
The
hop or
radio?
whatever.
I guess. Less commercials.
We got a real sick
You
band
hope
out
less
here.
commercials.
But outside of that, he's mostly quiet.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't mind that.
Dimitri is
Just
glad
have
that he
to-
does not have some guy in his mindscape.
I just have to remember to like occasionally rotate something with my mind so that he has new material to work with.
Lyndon's gonna shake his crossbow just to see if there's a reaction.
If anything falls out.
Hey, wise guy,
So-
you hiding your money?
You see the chain connecting the like anchor to it kind of hit the ground, but that's about it.
He'll reset the anchor.
Is there like an incongruent hollow rattling sound despite the fact that it's solid?
Yeah. Wait, so you grab the chain?
Well, you have to put it back.
Letty, you hear, or Lynn, you hear in the back of your head, you go, my, such strong hands.
No, I'm not doing this again. I'm not a shadow creature. He's just gonna shove that crossbow right back into his quiver dimension.
You okay over there, Lyndon?
I'm good.
So your weapon really doesn't do anything?
He looks he's just staring at one piece of the corner of the table. He's just like, nope, didn't say anything.
It's plausible deniability.
Dimitri fully trusts you. Well, I guess Scylla and I are the only ones that got cool weapons. Sorry.
Damn, sucks
I
for y'all.
think.
I have a fan.
You have many. Smile.
Have you used it yet?
Well, I mean, like, it talked to me before I went to sleep. And then gave me the sick ass outfit, so that's it.
My bow, like, it shoots things, which is what you want from a bow, really.
Yeah, man, that's
That's
awesome.
all you can really ask for.
I mean, that just
Lyndon
sounds
is
like
injuring,
normal bow
just-
behavior.
Just solemnly man nod at each other, like, yeah, those, man.
They may conflict in everything else, but when it comes to archery,
Their one true love, archery.
You really don't want
Dimitri's-
your bow to talk.
Dimitri's wondering what would happen if he gave Virgo, the one that's in the loot, the gun.
no,
Would it combine with the magical instrument?
no.
Is that a loot? It's got a gun.
Yo!
Just combine all the weapons. Pew pew.
Damn, that bard packing heat. Wait, that bard packing heat.
Please.
That bard literally has fireball.
Well, this has been a very eventful breakfast.
It'd be like that sometimes.
London still isn't looking at anybody.
Oh, shit,
Even the
table's
table's
moved
moving
on
away
its
from
own.
Lyndon.
Hang on. Technically, you guys don't have like lights, so
Wait, is the table alive too?
no. There we go.
Oh boy, Calcifer's here.
There we go.
Beating the beast up in here.
You guys get through eating lunch. A lot of the like stuff, like you like when you guys walk in, you can see there are tables and stuff outside as well. You see like pots of gumbo and like stacks of bread like all across tables and such. By the time you guys like get up at any point and like look outside, half the tables are just completely clean.
That sounds about right for how many men are in this camp? Couple hundred at least, right?
Gotta be.
Like it's like looking into a forest off a cliff at night with an army in the forest, and it's like you'll see like a campfire here and a campfire like 200 yards in the other direction, and so on and so forth. what, I guess, fancies your interest at this point?
Well, Dimitri's just looking for written material. Yeah, I think he's already found all of it, though.
I'm just trying to remember what our like overall plan was the last time we played.
We're running currently,
Well, yeah,
but
I know
the
long
king-
term we got to defeat semi-immortal evil king dude whose name I can't remember.
I wrote it. Khaled blog. I wrote it in big letters at the top of the page so that I would remember.
Thank you. I'm glad one of us
got
knows how to
you.
take notes.
I'm glad they remembered his name is Billy.
That's not what I said.
Billy.
Not everything is Billy. Bloody that's only Tuesday. All right. Well, you have a couple goals from here. This means traveling. You can visit one of the other. You can try and visit one of the other cities. You can, or it is on the table. You can try and get more information out of Frederick and Lyndon's dad as to what other objectives you might have.
I need to interrogate them and ask about the noise complaints.
Are you sure you're good?
No, Dimitri's actually shifted to chaotic neutral. I've been playing in chaotic neutral ever since we got thrown out here. You thought you had a good boy.
I mean, we've already all of us kind of committed to committing regicide while we're down here, so Scylla's kind of at the point where she's like, okay, yeah, let's just burn down the whole system and start from scratch.
Yep, that's where he's at.
We must break the wheel.
Somebody named Reggie.
Poor Reggie. He didn't deserve this.
He deserved all of it.
He made this happen.
He knows what he did.
He didn't even make graduation.
But like Lyndon's dad and all the rebels down here are essentially on that end of things in terms of stopping Calblog, right?
Yes. They are on the opposite side of the essentially royal caste system. I really did just make a caste system.
I mean, you kind of have to when you have
Yeah.
any kind of royalty running things. So yeah, I guess we should meet up with the rebel leadership that we have contact with, aka Lyndon's dad and Frederick, and figure out how to help them move things along.
So you think if rebels have kids, do the kids conform? It's rebellion.
History must repeat, so the rebels rebel.
Oh, I see.
The cycle.
Gross kids.
Dimitri pulls off his hat and pulls up his musical instrument. He says, "Okay, I do not want you guys to show off that you can talk around Frederick. No reason. I just don't talk around him."
The hat will nod and the instrument will strum.
Nice.
I agree with not giving Frederick more information, but how do we know he doesn't already know that these weapons are like this kind of magical?
I'm sure he knows something. I mean, he's the one that kind of led us into there, I believe. Sort of. Kind of.
I
He at
mean,
least
he's
know
the
about
one
the
who
people.
wanted us to
I
go
don't
there
know
in
if
the
he
first
knows
place.
what they do, and that's what's important.
Yeah, I'd keep that on the down low for now.
Also, Aku Aku can't be trusted with any information either, unfortunately.
Damn. Top 10 anime betrayals. Can't
Mostly
believe
because he's
Aku Aku
a
would
mouth.
do this
I
to
think
us.
he'd literally tell anyone that would listen anything.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
Aku Aku ain't a snitch. God damn.
He's talking to people back home.
Yeah, isn't he like buddy with Frederick and oh god, I can't remember her name. Cecilia?
Cecilia.
Yeah, Cecilia.
All right.
So do we wait for them to come here, or do we go to them?
Well, I'm pretty sure they would be talking about stuff considering that would be you've really only been here about a day. Remember.
That's right, because technically in game we got here yesterday evening.
Correct. You've only been here about a day and a half.
The longest long rest of my life.
I feel like I woke up from a coma. A suspiciously month-long feeling coma.
Mm-hmm.
Are we all going as a gang, or? Because like Scylla would go with Dimitri. I just don't know if anyone else is also interested in bugging Frederick about stuff.
He just went underneath the flaps. He didn't even bother with the door.
Just
Just
because
walked right through the tent and
I
said,
mean,
"That's
you're
it."
small enough, you can just zip underneath there.
you're chaotic neutral doesn't mean you just absolutely cause chaos at every end.
He did it last time too, mostly because he didn't know where the door was. The flap is not quite obvious. He did it on purpose this time, though. This was the quickest route.
Mirko's having her claymation rap moment. Seen in orange.
Hmm.
It's gonna go off.
Okay, bye.
I see he's in his Sasuke phase.
He's gonna go put the new anchor down against the log and then take a couple paces back, and then he's gonna cycle through waiting animations for his turn. After that, that's
Does,
Alright.
does he bother to look at his weapon at all?
yeah. He's staring at it intently.
It's like concerned face. All right, well, you guys walk up. The tent is open. You can see the four technically Aku Aku counts there. Four of them standing around. They're looking at a map. You can see several like chess pieces or like various wooden pieces are like in certain places on the map. Some indicating cities, some indicating like points of interest that they have or have shown. And then as you get close, you see Frederick turn and go, "Well, I see we've had a full rest, yes?"
Yes, it felt longer than it probably was.
Well,
His Dimitri's notebook is out and it starts copying what's on like the map that's on the table.
okay. Well, how is everybody else in your team? Exactly.
I think Teeny's sick. Something about bird. Probably. Are the animals down here dangerous?
You see what his dad look up and go, no, why?
No reason. It just looked funny.
Did it
Bad. Looked bad. It looked really bad.
did it have two heads?
I don't think so. I just remember it looked bad.
No. Oh, he's fine. Or she's fine. She'll be fine probably by tomorrow.
That's a relief. Will this happen every time we eat one of the birds here?
No, just cook it properly. Very tender. Slides right off the bone.
Gotcha. Dimitri makes note that he needs to figure out how to cook blood properly. It is very discreet.
Is it just Dimitri that knows Teeny only eats blood? Or does the gang know?
I think
Uh,
it's just Dimitri,
uh,
right?
Frederick and Dimitri are the only ones that know, unless uh, Teeny had said anything to someone, which I don't think she did.
I think it
I
was
don't
an
think she has.
unintentional secret.
Yeah, like Frederick is the only one who knows because it was his job to accommodate students that needed special needs.
And Dimitri ain't a snitch.
Mhm.
That's not his place to tell that.
Obviously, other staff in the area knew, but they never said anything.
Do all of the animals look like the birds, where they have features that the ones above don't have?
He turns and goes, well, uh, it depends on how close they were to the corruption when it happened. The overall energy from when the cities were pulled up caused an influx of magical effect to go through. Some animals suffered mutations, others fully mutated. For better or worse. So you may find a deer with 3 heads. Or
Is the
birds.
deer with 3 heads safe to eat?
He kind of potters and goes, to be fair, we're not entirely sure if most of them are safe to eat.
Dimitri is very thankful for putting the really good stew in the never-ending pot.
They're not exactly sure because they haven't had a problem yet. So they're just going with you know, it's fine as long as you cook it right.
Gotcha.
Same for
What's on the map?
now I can do this actually. He points down to the map and he goes, this is where you all are. This is where your encampment is. You're pretty deep in the woods, enough that like someone would actively have to like trudge through a fair amount of the forest to actually get to you. He points out, he goes, because these are the remaining cities where, or what's left of them anyway, that has been rebuilt, made, or now function probably at half capacity. Various other points on the map, he says, these are, he points to like a river various spots on the ocean, things like that, and tells you these are marks of importance that either have significant for boat routes that they try and avoid so they can like do their job without being seen, various points of interest that when they actually do fully start the coup would be the places they attack. So forts, supply places, things like that.
Dimitri just kind of nods, and his notebook is making notes as all of this is going on. So, do any of these little figures represent like us? And he points to like himself and Scylla to kind of like gestures at the two of them, like, "Hey, is this us?"
Most of them that are you guys are new, so they're just kind of at the camp. Well, we just use these as markers on where people have are. So you see like one that's like painted red and kind of looks like a thief is near a supply chain, and he points out, well, red ones here are spies. These are other ones are like double agents or a pack of or a squad of like warriors that are taking shelter there, things like that. And he turns and goes, with these are you guys, so it helps us track where you are, so we know, where you are to make sure if you ever need help, we can easily go there. Think like voodoo dolls, but less controlling.
Nods. He reaches into his pouch and he brings out the little figure that he got in Tartarus all that time ago. You can use this one if you want.
All right.
It's a boy with a sword.
You see him go wide-eyed. He goes, well, I'll be. I haven't seen one of these in a market in some time. When Lyndon was little, we used to get him these. They're actually quite rare.
Neat. I found it.
Well, you found quite the lucky charm then. He places on the map, he puts it at the camp. He goes, now, going to other things, he points to Elysium up here and goes, obviously our goal is to get as close to Elysium as we can. Unfortunately, to do that, we have to take precautions, and entry to the city is only opened about once every month. But sending you in there now would be, well, borderline death.
But not full death.
Well, to get into Elysium, one needs to show what I want here. Royal authority. Would be the best word to say.
Like proof of royalty?
More like, as you were told before, pretty much every family down here, most people are royalty, but it's like a caste system. Even if you are a royal, you're still, if you don't have power, you're still poor, right? So the higher up in power you have, the more places you're allowed to go. So that's basically what they open every month. They allow people to be tested, and then if you show that you are worth being there, you are let in.
Nods, nods. Is a commoner.
Do you mean that everyone's royalty, or is it like you have your royals and then you have the various degrees of nobility?
Yeah, like basically the more power you have, right? Like the more power you command, the more powerful the beast you had gotten when you went to the vault, the higher up in the chain you are. So if you're like in the top 20, you have a higher chance of getting into the city without someone being like, well, you're kind of still poor. No. Type
So
deal.
basically, it's about you have to have enough status to be able to get in.
Yeah. Currently, the way they test it, as he explains, is through magical aura and like the feeling you give off.
So our power level, I see.
More like magical stank, but
Do I have a magical aura?
all of you do. Unfortunately, it is not one you want right now. As you spent the better part of your guys' time outside of Vendrin due to his stuff, you smell essentially like Cecilia, which you don't want.
I guess that's what we get for being in a group called Cecilia's Chosen.
Yep.
So
Who's Cecilia?
the person that pays your
Cecilia's
bills.
like our teacher. She's like our homeroom teacher.
But she's
Oh,
cool.
you mean nap time?
Yes.
But she's cool because she lets you smoke pot in class.
Well, you can't let me smoke pot in class. That defeats the fun of it.
Just can't murder people in class.
He told them not to walk off the side of Tartarus and then proceeded to do just that right in front of them. She's that kind of teacher.
I mean, Cecilia's a very much do as I say, not as I do kind of person.
Hey, don't go too close to the edge. Okay, bye. Have fun in there. Don't die, I guess.
Yeah. So he points out and goes, now, because of this, it would be unwise to send you there until that aura is removed from you to allow for one that to accommodate for down here. So you're used to it.
How do you change one's aura?
Don't stay near that person long enough. And it just kind of goes away.
Stay away from Aku Aku and Frederick. Got it.
Well, not Aqua. Aqua is just a conduit. He's fine.
Neutral energy.
So
Yeah.
basically, it's like we ate a bunch of garlic and now we have to brush our teeth and wait for the smell to go away.
Yeah, well, more or less that. After it's done, you guys can walk in there and the test won't be like, oh, you have the same aura as the king. Yeah, it's a little weird.
It'd probably draw too much attention.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
But you guys also don't know a lot about the world. The world down here. So they suggest, or their suggestions are, you can go to the Desert City, which has a large market where you can learn various things about techniques, theories, studies. You can also go to Heschel, which is a giant market town where you can get information out the wazoo and learn just a little bit more about what's going on.
I wish to go there. Also, question, does our money work down here?
Yes,
Sick.
it has
I wish to go there.
it has approximately the same value down to like a couple cents.
Sweet.
But like the look of
Inflation hasn't
stuff, yeah.
skyrocketed here.
No,
Proud of, is it?
no. In fact, the fact that they had an apocalypse saved the dollar.
Womp womp.
So, you know, a little World War never hurt anybody.
It hurt a lot of somebody. I can think of at least all of them. So we're going to Eschel, right? The big merchant town?
Your choices are you can go to Eschel, where it has a giant port and information, so you guys would be able to essentially explore the rest of the world down here. So you get to go to Prime Otaga or other areas that are the Prime City before it went up. You can go down here and you can learn about how the desert people work and how their customs work. You can, for the martial characters, you may learn a couple new things, get a couple new things.
And where are we right now on the map?
You are here. So you're about roughly between each point, you're about week and a half of travel.
We can't get a certain someone to teleport us using magical piano.
Unfortunately, no,
Darn.
because it's
Magical piano.
it,
Travel too far.
it's kind of like holding up a giant neon sign that says, "Hey, we're not supposed to be here."
Darn, magical piano too stinky.
So you guys have two options there. You can also go down to the Forest City. You have a lot of options, just more. Which one do you think is more appealing?
I like big merchant town because there will be a lot of information all in one place
Okay.
from everywhere. That is Dimitri's vote.
I do know that Poison is watching, so you guys can make a group decision based on what you guys want to do.
We'll probably do an in-character meetup. So that Mariko and Vinjan aren't just like, oh yeah, sure, we can do that. Oh yeah, that sounds good. Let's go shopping.
but
Yo, every episode shopping episode.
Yo.
but
Yeah, shopping
I have
montage.
so much money still.
but
Same.
but Lennon's dad explains that once that taint that you have from magic is gone, you are free to go there as is, because once you're in there, it's a giant city, so you'll have room to explore. They just don't want you to get fucked over by something you can't do anything about.
Do we know roughly how long it'll take for the magic stink to wear off?
About a month.
Okay, so we got some time.
That is their rough estimate, is about a month for it to at least subside enough to be gone. Also, that kind of take a shower.
Boy, we should use the water from the place that had mega corruption. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Lynn's dad also kind of goes in detail about even in the area they are now, a lot of the magical energy that did surge caused a lot of changes. So wildlife could be either wildly aggressive, like you could find a bear who's hyper aggro to you, or they're super docile, or they're out of their mind. And it's the same for anyone who's come in contact with any type of corruption. So during travel, you may end up hiding away in some places. His words. Travel is dangerous.
Is there anything that the rebellion specifically wants us to do while we're out and about, or?
Well, any information that you can get, like maybe what the city is doing, maybe any information you can get that pertains to the city or any type of events would be helpful to you and them. Things like that. Just normal. Go to the city, investigate, have a good time, learn about the world. Don't die. Emphasis on the last one. You will also be on your own with Aku Aku. Nobody else.
Yeah, Frederick too stinky. And other Dimitri has been replaced. He does not say goodbye. He just leaves.
Yeah. So Scylla would just follow him. She would like wave, but she would just follow Dimitri.
He just does that. It's fine.
Okay.
If we're not
But-
careful, Dimitri's gonna have his Joker moment.
He's already had it.
He's this close to snapping.
No,
He's
no,
this
he
close
hasn't
to
had it yet.
snapping. His fingers are touching.
But that's more or less what he tells you. He gives you places you can visit, places to help you learn about the world. You get to explore and see the world.
All right, so where do we want to stop first, gang?
Oh, we probably want to hold off on like actually leaving until we tell everyone.
Well, yeah, but we can discuss.
And also, is Lyndon having a moment?
He is having a moment, yes.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure if it was going to be a weapon moment or if it was going to be a we're holding on to that card for later.
Lyndon.
Batman is muted.
That sentence is beautiful.
Huh?
Wow, I can't believe Lyndon's dead.
There we go. Real immersion.
No, you should have kept it big. He can have a giant crossbow.
Every time I turn these things. There.
Dimitri would summarize what they had learned, probably in not a very efficient way, telling them that they have magical aura, which is stinky, and they need to change it.
America made presentation herself. Did I do it?
No.
I don't know. I can't smell it. Can you tell Scylla?
I don't know. Can I tell? We're gonna check
If
his
no one
app.
tells her, she's just going to assume that they did.
Yo, if that works.
It doesn't work.
Dimitri was gonna ask his hat if he could if the hat could mask any of it, since the hat has its own magic.
The quickest way to tell would be Scylla going into meditation, and it's like, you know how you stare at your screen and you have that one dead pixel and you're like, son of a bitch, right?
Oh no.
It's
Yeah.
it's kind of like that whenever she goes into her dreamscape. You just see that one area. It's just like the like being flashbanged by Google. That's just there. There we go. All right, buddy, it's time for your Joker moment.
Batman has not responded.
My Joker
oh,
moment.
There you are.
Yep.
How is this my Joker moment?
Because you are staring at a crossbow sitting there.
Well, yeah, it just kind of Did the same thing that shadow thing did. How dare you talk in my mind palace?
It actually didn't talk in your mind palace. It was like somebody was talking into your ear.
It's worse.
It
I mean, that is kind of worse.
is. It's terrifying. That's the point.
And so he's staring intently at this crossbow that he's propped up on the log.
Okay.
He's got his arms crossed. He's tapping his foot impatient. Well, now what do you got to say? He'll lean in expectantly.
You lean in. You see it rattle a little bit.
He's just gonna look at it inquisitively.
You see the anchor drop, hit the ground. The chain's loose.
He'll get startled.
Like you hear the bang.
To one, two, two. He'll give a slight yelp. Loud noise scare him. Beg a little bit.
All right.
He'll go back to position 1, tapping foot impatiently. And then he's gonna look around, and then he's gonna look for a stick, and he's gonna grab it with mage hand.
All right.
He's gonna bring the stick to him, and then he's gonna poke the crossbow.
The chain will rattle again, and you feel a not a hand, but like the end of a tentacle where the sucky part of it isn't on your shoulder. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that any better.
So it just reached out.
Like it's behind you, kind of like when someone plays that trick where they like tap your shoulder and you look and like someone's on the other side.
Okay, he's gonna feel that, get startled, and then gaseous form. Not of his own accord, of course.
Okay.
He's just going to, as soon as he gets hold of himself, quite literally, he's just gonna look behind him, look towards the crossbow, pick up his quiver again, and then just, So you know how in Portal you can, on one of the moving platforms, you could shoot a portal on it and then it'll like crush a companion cube? He's gonna do that with his quiver onto the crossbow, sucking it back in, and he's gonna just walk back to the group.
Okay.
He's gonna look
Lyndon.
skeezed out.
Did you hear about the magic stink?
What? No, it wasn't me.
I sure hope it wasn't.
What happened?
Apparently we smell too much like the upper world and specifically Cecilia, so we need to change our magical aura by interacting with this world or something. I don't know. We're planning on going to a major city. There are a few of them.
Basically, just have to let the aura that's rubbed off on us wear off since we're not around Cecilia anymore.
Did Did that hat also give you other holistic remedies to whatever the fuck is going on down here?
It sometimes makes things explode.
Keep that one in mind.
Fucking not a voodoo doctor. Calm down.
I mean, he was planning on asking the hat if it could change because it could disguise, if it
So
could change aura.
So you know how if you ever feel like a bug crawl on you, it's like inevitably the next 15 minutes you're
Mhm.
gonna get like
Yeah.
some feeling of that's
Mhm.
happening with that goddamn tentacle. And every
Does
once in a
Vinton
while,
get
Linda
that
just
feeling a
looks to
lot?
be distracted and or it's swatting at something.
What ma- makes it worse is it's not sticky. It's like wetness.
Is it like slimy kind
Well,
of?
no. So like, you know how like when you go outside and it starts like raining, but it's like a giant rain and like slaps your shoulder, and you're like, great, now my shirt's wet. I'm gonna feel that all day.
Oh, that
Yeah. Like,
big droplets.
yeah, like the it's not sticky or slimy. It just has that like the big
Oozy.
droplet of rain slapped your shoulder, so now it's like soaked there, and you're like, son of a bitch.
So just kind of damp.
Yeah, it's like damp or wet. It's just like, oh.
Every like maybe minute and a half, a presentation will go off near you.
It doesn't go away. It just kind of sits there.
Can we see like a spot on his shoulder,
Yes,
or is it just kind of?
you can see every time he casts prestidigitation, it disappears, but it comes back. In-
Lyndon, can I see your magical aura? Is that what's happening?
I don't know, man. This
What is
crossbow,
that?
Give
it's
me
fucking
a
with me.
give me a perception check.
Wait, you said I can see auras and
You have
whatnot if I do my monk thing.
passive.
Can I do that and see his crossbows dealio?
Okay, give me 206.
I do also have the passive perception because of the
Yeah,
feat. Hello?
it's not her. I just need a token for literally anything.
Hey, wait, didn't you have a new token?
Did I?
Which update?
Didn't
Yeah,
you
that's what
just
you look
save
like
one
now.
today?
I got new. I have one, aren't? Wait, what? What about today?
Or remember what you saved today and you named it?
Did I?
Yeah.
What did I?
The dude. The one for your collection.
Oh, yeah. No, well, I gotta make that side set. Kate knows what they are. I found another for the crew, Kate.
Tuesday's game. Fisting for Jesus and stuff does not belong in Thursday's game.
I can give you a. I can give you a a preview of what the name is.
I think I want to know.
Why did you just give the art, not the name? Side note: this artist is amazing, and I love them. I'm gonna put it in ruler chat.
Yeah, that's sick.
It's pretty neat.
So I got a bunch of
Ooh.
tokens from this artist that are mainly just jokes and stuff. You've met one of them. The professor that name is "This mustache is for sitting." I just do a bunch of that with this person's art and make tokens about it.
All right. Anyone else want to roll perception?
I mean, me and Dimitri have the really good passive perception. Does that work, or do we both have to roll for it?
What are your
My passive perception is 18.
I believe mine is 18 or 19.
Oh, Lyndon's making Kobini noises, by the way.
Passive perception is 17. Passive investigation is 19.
My passive investigation is only 16, but that's still not bad.
All right.
Perception. My passive perception is 17.
Also, yeah, Lyndon is very much Kobeni. I can see that.
All right. With your passes, every time you see the hand come down, you can see it's the like end of a squid's tentacle, where it's like the pointy like soft part, right? You see it leave a mark, and it stops. What you see behind him is a squid lady who's about probably 6'1". She looks perturbed.
Lyndon, did you make a new friend?
I guess you could say that.
Have you seen your new friend?
No.
Maybe don't turn around.
Turn around to where? He doesn't turn around. But he will look up.
Are you okay, Dimitri?
He will
Exciting
look
minds
up.
about.
Alright, that's fine. You will notice as close as you are that Scylla's tail is like a little bit bristled.
You're just full floof.
Not quite full floof, but it's like starting to floof.
Lyndon, you look up to a smile, and you see her wave.
I'm gonna use my second cast to Gaseous Form. Involuntary. And then after however long, he'll reform himself. And then it's just gonna turn around and then look at her, then start slowly backing away.
You see her cross her arms and go, "I'm not that scary. Why are you walking away?"
You're
She's
doing
seeing
weird
herself?
things.
Well, I had to get your attention somehow. You were ignoring me.
Why do you keep gooping me?
I'm not gooping you. I'm trying to get your attention by touching your shoulder.
Well, you got it the first time, and then you did whatever it is you did.
Well, you're the one that grabbed the chain so roughly.
What else was I supposed to grab?
Would have just
You're
picked up
just
the
out
anchor.
Here, you're just out here letting your chain flop around all over the place.
Well, that's what happens when I just wake up.
Get yourself together.
Well, I'm not the one prematurely gassing, Obi.
You're the. I'll have you know that I don't have control of that.
Soul's gonna kind of look over her shoulder at Dimitri and be like, "Has Lyndon always been able to turn into a cloud? I don't remember that."
I don't remember him ever mentioning it, no.
London looks flustered.
There's
Also,
nowhere.
what's Cloud Lyndon look like?
There's nowhere I can go from this point that's not going to sound wrong.
Can Mariko and Vindran see?
Yeah, she's plain as day, just kind of floating there.
Shrug. She
Wait,
sees
can
weird
Frederick
shit in
and them
the.
see?
Say that again.
Can Frederick and them in the tent see? Because the tent's just like open, right?
Yeah,
There's
She's-
an enemy stand user in camp.
she's not hiding.
Well, there goes keeping the weapon stuff on the down low.
I sure am glad that mine is a hat. And not whatever that is.
I'm sure landmine can't be like detected from the outside world.
And is
It's
just
some
quietly
random
cursing
guy.
to himself while he has to always keep dealing with this.
She looks at him and goes, "I'm not trying to scare you. I think it's adorable that you read Cloud.
And London's just
I
gonna
don't know
take
how to
every
say that
thought-
otherwise.
Free cloud.
I don't know how to say it otherwise, because it is.
Holy shit.
Well, I'm learning things about myself today as well. So, what do you want from me?
Well, I want to help you, silly.
Why are you doing it in this way manner?
It's the only way to get your attention. You kept ignoring me. It's rude.
I tried to talk to you earlier, and then you just did that weird thing again.
Because I can't just manifest with all those people around.
Well, what is this? It points to everything.
There's not that many people like there was at lunch. There's over 1,000 people there at lunch.
The big tent. With
Oh.
7 seats.
It's the immersion. Get up, Morgan.
Well, that's fine. Whatever. You just stop doing that.
Stop doing what?
God, points to all of it, which is goopy.
Well, I can't solve that. You accepted the contract.
I didn't agree to anything.
Did you sign a contract?
I'm a minor.
read the
It's
front
not
of that
legally
one.
binding.
That doesn't apply in this universe. It's not the U.S.
I didn't have to sign any contracts. I just put my hat on.
So you're the one that signed the contract. I can't help the dampness. It just happens.
It sounds
Lyndon
like
over
something
here
you
getting
could
Nickelodeon
control.
slimed.
Really goopy.
She like puts up one of the side tentacles and like spurts out water. She's like, "See, I can't control this. This is annoying."
Actively controlling it. I can see you. You're doing it right now.
Yes, but you being wet isn't my problem.
But you're making it mine. Just stay over there.
Hey, where?
There.
Gotta tell your weapon to social distance.
You don't want to have a problem if you're just there.
You see her do that like that thing where like people like scrunch down like with their knees to their chest type thing, right? On the ground. You see her take one of her side tentacles in the back and then pokes you in the stomach.
And then what?
Pokes you in the stomach.
Ow. Oh, dude, yeah.
Not hard.
Oh. Was the Pillsbury door? Oh.
Well then how can I help you if I'm all the way over here?
You're actively helping by not gooping me.
But you're not covered in goop.
Looks back down at himself. Is he gooped?
You're misting.
Well, hey,
Again.
you can go to the desert now. She can like constantly be misting you to cool you off.
Again, there is nothing I can say in this conversation that isn't wrong.
All right. Well, you know what? Listen, maybe we need to work on ourselves first before we do anything here. Where's the end call button on the thing?
Make the Pokemon go back in the Pokeball.
She goes,
Get out of here, Fampy. I don't need you anymore.
darling, I can't just leave. It's not how this works.
And how does this work?
I can go in and out of being seen, but that's about it.
Dimitri takes off his hat and is like, "Is that really how it works?"
You see the hat turn up and go, shh, don't tell him we're here.
He nods and puts the hat back on.
Well, then I guess we're at an impasse.
Oh, I'm not going to bother you when you're alone time. That's trivial.
What do you mean, alone time? Why do you gotta phrase it like that?
Well, you're the one sitting on a bench out in the middle of nowhere, staring up in the sky. It's weird.
Well, I gotta contemplate things. What the fuck? Why are you just exposing me in front of everybody?
Peak Linden energy.
What are you doing out in the woods, Chief?
Don't worry about it. He's even more flustered.
You see her use the other tentacles, pull him in, like give him a hug and go, I'm glad I found someone like you. You're adorable.
Get away from me.
There's like 4 tentacles there, Letty.
Man, what is it with Lyndon and mommy characters?
I don't know.
He attracts them.
He's
He's
like
like the
catnip
honey for a
for
bunch
them.
of flies. Just traps them.
It's the innocence. It's just there.
It's how they got dingy.
Damn, you really are just our dingy. For real, for real.
Does that mean Echo's power?
Yeah, 100%.
That explains a lot.
That means we get to hit Lyndon a lot more.
She goes, I'm not here to harm you. I'm here to help you.
Okay, well, clearly things are happening right now. It's like, discuss this later, or is it like a contract thing where you have to say it now?
No, just go away for 5 minutes. That's what you want.
Okay, fine. You convinced me. Just tell me it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, then I didn't want it anyways.
She'll
Humph.
she'll shrug, blow him a kiss, then you'll see her dissipate the water on the ground.
Is there like a puddle there now, or does it just like go away?
It's like that effect of like you see someone like teleport and there's like no residue kind of thing. You just see her turn into water and then there's nothing left.
Oh, she's the mermaid creature from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Something like that.
Dimitri is holding his instrument and he whispers to it, "Is she gone?"
You see the you see the instrument like lean up over your quarter and go, bro, she's gone.
Sick. Okay. What was that? What was that? What was that? Lyndon, we need to talk about that.
Well, I don't know. Apparently, y'all look at the easygoing ones, and I got, what is this? Mother number 3 now?
Why do you have so many moms?
I don't know.
Can you leave this one at the camp?
I hopefully.
I mean, you're keeping the crossbow, right? So you're probably not going to get rid of her, because I'm pretty sure she's like what me and Dimitri have going on with ours.
What do you have going on with yours?
Mine's a talking hat and a talking instrument. I'm not really sure what else to say.
Oh, you got 2 of them? Rip Chief.
I've got like some human inventor dude that's like in my mindscape now because I guess he's tied to these gauntlets or something.
Lorbo from your brain.
Blorbo from my brain, exactly. Can rotate him in my head as much as I please, and no one can stop me.
Please don't do that. You'll make him sick.
You,
No.
Full
Dimitri.
Lorbo in your brain.
Already upside down. I'm sure he'll be fine.
you hear in a whispering voice as the two talk to each other and go, "Is he talking shit about us?"
About you? Who?
Lyndon. They're like, "Is this thing talking shit about us?"
No.
All right.
That's all the convincing they need.
And squint.
So now that we've confirmed that Lyndon's weapon from the vault is also weird magical stuff, y'all sure yours ain't like that too? And then she'll look at Vindran and Mirko.
Mirko said
Well,
that
wait.
something talked to her.
Yeah, wait, talk to you? Yeah, it's a bird.
Oh, okay.
Bird?
It didn't like
Likey.
manifest anything? Like that? And she'll point at the space behind Lyndon and kind of make a vague gesture to encompass whatever the hell what's her face was.
Yeah, it was a
Ooh,
weird looking
charades.
bird.
Weird octopus lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a weird looking bird. Big.
Huh. Okay. Neat. Vindran, thoughts?
No.
Man, no thoughts.
None.
Heather. And we don't know anything about teenies, right?
I want to let Tina do that on her own.
Teeny already encountered hers, but
Yes.
we don't know anything about it because she's sick from
I mean, I
drinking
figured
board.
she hadn't told the party anything yet, but I couldn't remember.
Oh, hers is
He's cat.
cat.
Yeah,
It
no,
didn't like
I
the dog.
remember. I remember her meeting them like in the last session. I just couldn't remember if Teeny had said anything to the rest of the party or not.
Nope, you have not talked to Teeny at all yet, obviously. But
We are respecting her privacy.
In this trying time. Category 5 upset tummy event. Mimi.
So, like, is she gonna stay away until you call her again?
it's at you,
Please say yes.
Lyndon.
What?
Yeah, I think it's
Is
at
she
you.
gonna stay away until you call her again?
He's probably still there.
I got confirmation from a reliable source that she is not there currently.
Okay, we need to get the fuck out of here.
She knows where we are.
Lyndon,
Yo,
my dude, I
hey
don't
Scylla,
think we can
does his
outrun
magical stink look different now?
her. Does it?
His aura?
Can I squint real hard and use my monk senses to tell?
It's
He got glooped.
what's a magical word for aquatic? It looks watery.
Oh, is it like, is his aura look like, you know, how water reflects in that very specific kind of pattern when you shine light on it?
It
Ooh,
looks
that's a good effect.
it looks kind of like a lava lamp, but instead of being like very slow, how like a lava lamp is, it's bubbly and everything.
All right.
Lava lamps kind of look like water, just funky.
Kind of gloopy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what your aura looked like before, but now it looks like, I don't know, gloopy, like constantly in motion, kind of watery.
It looks gloop meow.
Yeah, Mimi's here. She's offering her advice.
Oh, she shit talking me. What the fuck?
She's shit talking you because you're not petting her. It's a
Unbelievable.
capital sin.
Letty,
What?
how could you not pet her?
I would. What do you mean? The only cat that holds malice in my heart is Melon.
You need help.
Fuck that cat.
I can't
Broccoli isn't
believe this,
spicy.
Smell it, we
Ellen.
smelling.
I can't believe this.
It's spicy to
Broccoli
her.
isn't spicy.
Spicy to her. Don't be mean to Melon.
How can a plant without capsaicin?
Brother, they taste different from us, okay?
Oh
No
yes, she
bully.
passes up on meat.
Oh my god.
It smells
So many
funny.
forms. Maybe that guy's doing stuff to that meat. That's why Melon don't like what she be smelling.
What?
What if he's just trying to make me hate Melon?
Oh
This
my
is all
God.
just Finn's superiority. If it's all artificial. There was no superiority to begin with. It was rigged from the start.
So does interacting with our magical objects change our aura? Can we change our aura faster by interacting with them? Dimitri is thinking out loud.
Okay, so since the fact that we have Cecilia's magic stink on us has been pointed out to us, can I tell that it's there now and gauge how much it's faded over time so we can have a accurate, okay, we're de-stunk enough.
Yeah, like now that you have an understanding of like that it exists, it functions, it's kind of like being Google Chrome flashbanged. That's about it. It's just kind of there. It doesn't really go away.
But since we know about it now, I'll be able to
Mhm.
take a look every now and then and see if it's faded completely or not.
You may
That
at
way we know when we can start heading towards the city.
you may at one point stumble upon a gambling table with all the spirits just kind of sitting there talking. But that'll happen.
Did Dimitri's ever go out, or are they still just the hat and the the loot? Like
Uh,
when they leave, did they take the physical objects with them?
No, they will turn back into bats.
Okay. He still does not know that they are bats.
Mhm. When they just inhabit the object and give it not sentience but like form. If that makes any sense.
Presence.
Yeah. Similar to Aku Aku, but Aku Aku is a special case.
Aku Aku is a walkie-talkie. Oh, speak of the devil.
So
Oh boy, it's the wiretap.
it's the wire.
Oh my god.
The FBI.
Jesus,
CIA.
the feds.
Jesus Christ.
Scatter.
Yo, fuck.
I know what you did to Fitzgerald.
My husband's turning into like a conspiracy nut.
Look, Aku Aku is not Randall from Recess.
No,
Famously
he's
set in
Alexa in my
Arkansas.
house. He listens to to what we're saying and repeats them back to someone so they can use this information to their advantage.
Jesus. All right.
I do not have an Alexa in my house, for the record.
So yeah, before we got sidetracked by Lyndon's new octopus mom.
Congrats, by the way.
Yeah,
Awesome on
congrats
being
on
a mom.
having another mom. We were discussing which city we wanted to go to.
I'm in favor of the big one. That's down south.
Yeah, whatever.
So the desert one?
Yeah, you know
'Cause I
what?
thought
The
the desert one
drier,
was
the
south, and the
better.
other one was more north.
The desert one is down south. The merchant one is north. Never eat northeast.
Okay, probably the north one then. Sorry. I did not know that Kate had a map pulled up on stream until
Yeah.
the very end of us talking about locations. So I was just sitting there listening to Kate pointing at locations, going, yes, theater of the mind. I can't do that.
I hit Control E. It's taking you there.
I mean, if so we're gonna have like some time to let the stink wear off. We could go to the desert one in the south first, and then about like halfway through the stink wearing off, head up to the merchant one because that was closer to Elysium.
We could do that. I
then
just would
once
like
the
to get
stink
the
is
most
worn off-
information as soon as possible.
Well, yeah. I just figure we probably do want to hit both. And it's less travel time between the northern city and Elysium than the desert city and Elysium.
Up to you.
So, why is Teeny out of bed if she's sick?
She's over there because I'm about to move you guys. It means I'm scrapping everybody.
Gotcha. Teeny, go back to bed. You're sick.
You hear pure groaning from a tent like a mile away.
No, we just wrapped her up in like her top sheet, like a bindle, and like been carrying her like on the end of a stick like that.
The end of a stick. You're not even papoose.
No, you like
just
a hobo
baby carry.
bindle.
I can't believe you're treating Tinny like a hobo.
No. Like,
Hobo
because she's so
bundle,
small,
not even a
and that way she
hobo.
can keep. That way she can keep snoozing.
it's like
Is
a
it
little
like a
hammock.
Is
Yeah,
that what she's doing?
it's
Here, like
it's
this. Hold on.
yeah, it's the thing you see like
I put an image in the How I Meet Your Ruler chat.
I
A bindle.
think it's
Their little heads popping out.
yep.
I mean, would you rather I put her in like a baby hammock that's strapped to my chest or something?
Probably not, because then Morgan's gonna troll that on stream with like everyone being a child.
I mean, realistically, I could probably carry Mariko bridal style, and the other three small ones just latch onto me because I'm big enough.
You right.
Vindrin can walk. He's a big boy.
Andrew can carry me. Smile.
This is also true.
X strength stat.
I don't have strength. I got negative strength, motherfucker.
Well, I'm checking my strength stat. It's 10. I don't have a fucking positive modifier for strength.
Let's go.
Why am I the only one with a positive strength?
Yeah.
Mine is 8. Let's go.
I think Dimitri's is also 8. He's baby.
My
I have
intelligence
12
is 8.
strength.
Mine's 10.
God, Vindrin really is no thoughts, the head empty.
Let's go.
All right.
So does Poison in chat have any opinion on where we're going first?
That is a good question, because he hasn't said anything I just think he has about. You can probably ping him. What he says. Well, you see, ladies and gentlemen, here we have a follower of the Hydrate Goblin, telling you to hydrate and stretch.
Drink water. Drink lots of water.
Do it. Do it right now.
Do
In fact, Jokey, go tell Jokey to hydrate.
Do it. Points gun.
All right.
Do it.
So do you want to confirm that you want to go to the desert first then?
Yeah.
West Linden's vote.
Okay.
I pinged Poison in the chat. But yeah, I think hit the desert city, and then once we finish up doing whatever we want to do there, we can head north and go to the merchant city before we go to Elysium.
All right. That works. Is there anything you want to do before you decide to leave the forest?
Dimitri would probably pack up some fruit and like just things that would not go bad as quickly on while traveling.
Okay.
Fruit, well known for preserving itself.
Dried fruit. He doesn't trust the meat, but he has soup.
Oh, I'm glad you brought clothes.
Okay.
Will Dimitri's drawn map suffice for navigation?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And we also have a Vindran. He's a ranger, right?
Mhm.
So that should help.
Yeah, I do be a ranger. Ranging. That's what I do.
Before you go, Lyndon,
Yeah.
Papa approaches.
Well, I guess this is goodbye for a little bit.
He looks down at you. A sour look on his face. And then he leans down and he hugs you. Tightly.
Lennon will take a second before reciprocating.
And he goes, he goes to you and goes, even though it was a short time that I finally got to see you, be careful and know that your home is always here. And there is not a day that has gone by that I have not thought about you.
Thanks, Dad.
He then stands up, messes up your glorious hair, and goes
Out there.
back in the tent.
Lyndon's going to attempt something. He's gonna focus on his hair and make it smoke.
Okay.
Does it work?
Yeah, does it work? Does he go
Smoking in what way? Like Hades?
like partially changing it into smoke? Yeah, I like Hades.
You get
You gotta think real hard about it.
the tips of your hair to start doing it. Like half of it gives that like wavy smoke look.
Lyndon's after really thinking hard about it. Just gonna give up and sigh, and then he's just gonna fix his hair himself. Oh, he's ready to go now.
You guys, after you gather your things, get your stuff. Lyndon's dad warned you that as you guys go through the forest, it is still dangerous. There's a lot of paths they don't have sectioned out, and there's a lot of things that they don't have, so you'll have to be very careful about how you go through things. Or they don't exactly know what is in the forest. They just know that they don't like the sounds that are in the forest. So be on guard. There we go. Didn't explode this time.
Always optimal to the alternative, I suppose.
You guys appear. Good. When you're good. Oh my god. Just
Whoa.
hanging outside of the bag.
It's in the How I Met Your Ruler chat.
It's beautiful looking.
I am loaded in.
Same.
Yeah.
Me too.
Same.
As you guys leave out the camp, you take a small passage through several of the woods, through the traps, and like how they have various places set up to watch. You start going into the marsh of the forest. You can feel the rain coming down, and it has slowly begun to get dark. The forest around you here, for the most part, seems normal. You do see various, like, just as you're walking, you do see various trees and the such are tainted in a way. Like you see some of the bark is oddly covered. You see some of the leaves and the plants are twisted and decayed. It's not everywhere, but you see patches of it here and there where magic has unfortunately twisted most of it. But from here you are to explore.
Lyndon with his hood up is just not having this weather. He is very Eeyore in this situation.
I would guess with how warm Dimitri's gotten that if anything, like any of the water hit his, like if it's raining,
Mhm.
if it hit his skin, it would probably sizzle a little bit.
You see little, like, small puffs of smoke every now and then.
He does not acknowledge this.
Acknowledge what?
The rain, whenever it hits his skin, kind of produces like a little steam. He has a cape though, so you don't hit it very much. You don't see it very much.
Lyndon's gonna look on with jealousy. How are you able to do that smoke thing?
What smoke thing? I don't smoke.
He thinks it's a smoke thing.
Yo, how you doing that?
Hey, Dimitri.
Hmm?
Did you also get smoke powers from that fruit? Like, we know where they
No,
came
not
from.
that I know of.
Never mind, that's not canonical.
Did you eat the smoke fruit?
No, I don't smoke.
I barely know of my powers. I doubt that I figured it out as from this fruit. So never mind.
Are you sure?
I wouldn't have known that it's from the fruit, so gonna continue walking, looking jealous.
He's a little mopey boy.
Oh, look at him go.
All right.
Permanently damp.
As you guys proceed through the start of the forest, there are various puddles and various areas where most of the area is accessible. You do have some of the soldiers and knights that are there kind of point out and say, hey, there are various traps and such in the forest that are set up just in case, and they kind of point out, like, if you ever see something like that doesn't look right, it's probably a trap that they had set, and they give like various examples of it, like rope tied to certain things or random patches of grass that are oddly shaped or and things like that. So you know to avoid those.
We should probably let the ranger lead the way.
We have
Yeah,
a
I guess we
ranger?
should.
Wait, we do have a ranger.
You
Wait
do have a ranger.
Wait, that's me.
Pog.
I don't know, man. I guess.
You got this.
No, what do you want me to do?
You ranger
Uh,
thing.
Go where you
ranger things.
would
Yeah, ranger
normally
things.
just walk how you normally walk.
Do I look like I normally go outside? Do the thing.
I hope you go outside. That'd be weird.
Read book.
Ah yes, D&D, where I can finally dream about touching grass.
He's gone. He's gone. No. I'll never find him again.
Man, I can't believe Vindran abandoned us.
All right.
Well, I guess we're going this way.
You.
Oh wait, I don't know that.
He's gonna follow Scylla.
Yep, still don't know that.
You know what? Yeah, let's do perception for me.
Where did
to
he
see what
go?
happens.
He is an
Oh,
enigma.
it's a
Oh.
floor.
You see
Okay.
nothing.
I ain't seen
Did he
shit.
trip
Even my
up?
passive wouldn't be enough to.
You
beat that
you
spell.
said
Yeah,
for him
no.
to do his usual thing, and that's
Well, does
Me,
anybody
what?
have a high nature?
The one that did left.
Yeah,
I
no,
have a plus
+2
2 to nature.
Do I have for nature? Hold on, let me look.
I roll with advantage. Boop.
Listen, you want me to do acrobatics or stealth? I got
Let's-
you, but not nature.
Nature is not one of Dimitri's
Yeah,
chosen
no, I have a
skills.
plus 0 of
Persuasion,
mine.
however. Persuasion, Dimitri has a
insight.
plus 10.
I also have good insight.
I spoke with the trees and they pointed him out to me.
Yeah.
Does Vindran choose to be seen?
Sure.
Dimitri kind of jumps a little bit.
He's over there.
behind an unsuspecting Mirko.
Bruh.
Jaws theme starts playing.
You gonna do something?
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Oh my Wamo. Shinderu. 1,000. The finger of 1,000 deaths, or whatever it was.
Oh my god.
With Vendron's help, you guys manage. You manage your way through most of the outside of the base. You can see how you go through, or you watch more or less how you guys like take obscure paths through stuff as you watch as Vendron bops and bolts here and there across the area of wooden traps. You see various spots where or like you see where the engine stops, looks around. You see various holes that seem like they might have animals in them that might attack you. Things like that. You guys get slowly through here. You're
Like
taking
the sneaking mission, like my favorite character, Firm Serpent.
you guys bypass various traps where you see like they have quite literally dug into the ground and there's spikes in there.
I know
Oh
a few
boy, a
things about
bungee trap.
traps.
Yeah, like you see those. You see various things where if you step on the net, you get flung up into the air. There's spring traps. There's also animals that are trained to attack on sight. Manage to make your way up into here. The rain is still coming down, but it's like a mist. You're not like damp, but it'll take a while. You see the swamp of the area fold out over parts of the land. What you do notice is for the people who have higher passive perception is there are bodies floating in the water.
Do I
Oh god
recognize
damn
him?
it!
Do I recognize him?
No, you don't.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's
Those
secret.
bodies. Because I know for sure me and Dimitri can probably see him.
Yes, you see some of the bodies floating in the swamp are bloated, so they have absorbed water. They look disgusting. Some are torn apart. You see some are missing limbs. You see some are kind of in pieces. In fact, you kind of see just a floating head that's bloated.
Maybe we stay out of the water, gang.
Don't ever really have a good sausage. I was just thinking about that. You know, like you go to the festivals and they got the sausage. It's like linked. Good shit, man.
I don't know if I've ever had one of those.
You're missing
I
out.
want to think. I don't know if I really want to think about sausage while I see dead bodies floating in the water.
I mean, he's got
Are
all
they
his
really
entrails
dead?
leaked. I guess they're probably dead.
Is there a stick
I
on the
wouldn't-
ground?
Don't touch them.
There's plenty
Don't
of sticks.
touch it.
There-
Alright, she grabs a big stick, she starts poking out.
Oh my.
God damn it.
Okay, like you just poke the closest body, or like you poke a specific body.
It's the closest one. She's got a long ass stick, she's poking.
Okay. You the closest body that would be near you is
Jesus Christ.
see you see does not have a head. One of its arms is missing, and you see the leg is missing from the knee down. The body is completely just soaked in water. When you poke it, you see it twitch. Like you see like the arm like twitch. And as it does, you see a giant alligator go up and bite it.
Was it one of them Zambos?
I don't know. It twitched, but it doesn't have a head, so I don't think it's like an alive guy.
Are Zambos alive?
I'm a little bit more worried about the alligator, to be honest.
Yeah, how big are we talking when we say giant?
Half the size of the giant crocodile in RE4.
I don't know how big that is. I haven't played any of the Resident Evil games.
Have you seen Lake Placid?
No.
It's a good movie.
Shit.
Where's the catchphrase?
Yeah.
Tell me about how long this thing knows the tail.
It's about 12 feet long.
Okay, so that's a big alligator, but not like giant.
Yeah, it's not
Like direwolf
huge.
huge.
Yeah, it's not huge, but it's like yanking a Steve Irwin it.
Yeah, no, I am concerned because those
Yeah.
motherfuckers can sprint on land.
Yeah,
No,
Like-
it is taken.
like
It is not
They can
12
climb
foot long.
trees.
yeah.
It is 12-foot wide flat fuck.
True.
You see, like as the body like you watch the arm twitch, and because the arm twitched, right, it made the water the like tap thing where it like taps and it moves the water. You see it, the mouth just goes up and goes numb, and you're like, oh,
Does
Oh.
it do a death roll?
it does.
Okay, that's pretty cool, but I still want to get away from it.
That's gotta kick up some smells.
It like if it didn't snap it in, like it goes up, it snaps it in half, and you see the jaw clench down,
Alright, she didn't puke.
and it's just nasty.
Don't drink the water. There's blood in the water.
I'm pretty sure there's worse things than blood in the water.
When
It's
the
got
Zosta gonna
dead
throw
bodies
up?
floating in it.
That was like a song I heard.
I'm going to yeet the stick into the water.
You see 3 more jump up and grab it, or not like jump up, but like appear at the top of the water and like snap at it.
Yeah, we're good.
Thank you, Vendrin. No more poking.
Yeah, on that vote, we get out of here.
No more poking.
I think we should like
I don't wanna fight an alligator.
go and stuff.
Well, I didn't want to keep holding it. It touched the dead body.
You shouldn't have touched the dead body with it.
I got to make sure.
Could you classify
got it.
a group of 12-foot alligators as a swarm?
Not in the
No.
context that's in your favor. To be perfectly
Hey.
fair.
Some flat fucks.
That would have been a good. That would have been a good power up.
Not in the context
All a
that's in
group
your
of
favor.
gators.
It's just a bunch of crocodiles, no clip floating.
I think we should call a group of crocs a pot.
Croc pot.
I like it.
All right. So I assume you guys proceed slowly so you don't, fall in the water or slip.
Follow Vendrin.
I guess. I'm the walking guy. That's what I'm doing now. I'm the walking guy.
Literally
Yeah.
steps in whatever footprints you leave.
You guys find that the swamp it does it does kind of give rough terrain. So like when you put your weight into it, you feel your feet dip down into the mud. Obviously, this does not work for Vendrin because he is used to not having that restriction.
I'm gonna be using my mage hand to help lift my feet out of the mud.
A little conga line.
I mean, we're trying to stay as far as from the water as possible.
Remember, you remember that one time when we were like, "Hey, we need to circle up," and we definitely did not form a circle. We're actually very good at shapes, just not that one.
All right. Right. You can see you can see as Vivenger goes further, you see him avoid like spots where the swamp is not like a pothole, but like where the swamp is so loose that if you stepped on it, you would actually fall into the water.
Oh
Got
gosh,
it.
so it's like all marshy and stuff.
Yeah,
Darn,
like
that's awful.
it's like that, like in the marsh where you're like, is this a safe spot to stand? But you guys slowly make it to here, where you get on like a more concrete, dried land.
All right, team, we got a shuffle over there.
Like just anywhere along here.
Hmm.
Well,
Shifted
Dimitri was
into the
going to wait for
void.
Vindrin, but
Okay.
I figure we'd just toss everyone up here and reform after we're up here.
So from here, you can go east or west.
on the map, which way takes us to the desert faster?
They both lead the same way.
Dimitri shows the map to Vindrin.
Yeah, sure is a map.
Do you think that any of the topographical stuff are going to be important? Or
Well, let me check.
nope.
Man,
Also,
sometimes you just gotta go with the flow, you know?
you can also use survival if you kind of.
I'll give it a shot.
It's up to you. So survival and nature are weird, and they always have been for them. Choose whichever one's better. There you go.
I always figured nature was more knowing stuff like about plants and animals, and survival was like survival skills, like making a fire and navigating and that kind of thing.
Think about plants and animals. They really should just be the same skill.
Yeah, they are. There's like they do have differences, but it's like they're so close to each other they might as well be the same skill. It's weird. It's use whichever one's higher. So you can go east or west at this point.
Well, we didn't glean anything from the
Oh,
map, the check.
Or waffles.
when you check the map, you can see one. It's they mark on the map where they had trouble going through the east. Wait, right is east, correct?
Yep.
They had more trouble on the west because it got worse with the marsh, but it didn't. But the only saving grace was that the tree routes that floated gave them support, while the east has more open land, where it's less marsh and it's safer to travel. But that also means you're in the open.
But we kind of want to stay on land since presumably there's also gators the further we go.
I think I'd like to go like east,
Okay.
just in my professional opinion.
You're a professional?
Yeah.
Sick.
I'm certainly not a student anymore.
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
Are we gonna get credited for the courses that we took?
I'm curious about that. I don't think Tartarus is gonna look very good on a resume.
I mean, does anyone really need school?
At least most of the party.
With getting ass.
At least the party went to school, Mirako.
She went to classes, to certain ones.
Listen, it's fine. For the majority of her life, she's being groomed. Give her some sec. Give her a second.
Oh my god. Was not being groomed.
She's
Grooming is
totally
important,
being
though.
groomed.
You know, it takes a long time to do my hair.
Alright, you guys head east.
Never change.
At least I hope this is east. Now
Yeah,
that
it's
I'm thinking
east.
about it, we're heading south, so technically east would be in the other direction.
Never eat soggy waffle.
It's an upper map, be quiet.
It's upper right map, so it's east.
Man, we really just keep changing biomes here.
Wild.
Listen,
Forests
the
can be like
trees
that, you know.
Split perfectly in half.
The landscape is in shambles.
Sneezes.
And a tree fell.
Should we stealth?
Yeah, well, okay, well, we find here you guys are more open. Like you can see, there's less trees. A lot of the land seems more stable. Like you can see where there's like all of it seems like it's actually stand-onable. You don't see any like dips into the swamp or anything. It looks okay. You're just more out in the open. You see where most of the people that are camping out here have like taken down logs and thrown them down to have walk paths. You can see where they've like tied it down into spots where it'll stay, but they still like not buoyancy, but like still kind of float up and down. I think that's buoyancy. Just to proceed from here.
Carefully.
Stealth? Question mark?
Well, I'm
Alright.
going to stealth. I don't know about the rest of you. Not my best work.
No.
All right, second roll of the session. Let's go. At 11.
Okay. Alright. How does Mariko do? Letty in his
Stealth?
armor. Eh.
Oh no.
Obviously, Teeny can't stealth because they're in a bag, but
I'm just gonna. We're rolling, right?
Yep.
Easy. I use my rat. Give me advantage. Boom.
alright.
Do we just want to treat this as like a group stealth
Yeah,
check? And
Yeah.
I think
That's
that
all you're
that would be best. Dimitri's 5 with a nat 1. Says we should do that.
Alright, you guys slowly bob yourself in and out of like bushes and tree sites just to, be careful because obviously you don't know what's out here. You can see, but the farther you go out, you can see where that magical taint has twisted the trees and everything. So like as you get to about like here, you can see where like the roots of the tree is darkened and burned. You can see the leaves are completely gone. The tree almost looks like it's alive. As like you walk by and it kind of twists and turns.
Huh. Don't like that.
And as you guys proceed slower, like now that you know that there are gators in the water and there's still some bodies, you start to notice more and more how logs in the water start to look like they're moving and breathing.
Don't like that.
I mean, I still have questions about how all the bodies got there.
I don't think I want to
Don't worry
know.
about it. Don't worry
I mean,
about
I
it.
don't want to know, but it's still like, why? How?
Well, at like just looking at them from afar, you can see that it looks like at one point they were soldiers or not their soldiers but other soldiers. So, the people you're trying to fight. And slowly, surely, make your way through slowly, making sure you don't slip or anything as you follow Venture behind. Making, since he's making sure everything's safe, he's doing his best to make sure you're all okay. Then, you guys make it to here. Where you see mushrooms as big as your head and taller, almost like it could be shelter.
Then it's gonna wonder if it kicked in.
Man, we're gonna get to where we're going and have like some random casual interaction with an NPC and be like, yeah, we came up through this swamp, and they'll be like, the cursed swamp? You came through the fucking cursed swamp?
These the spores like safe to breathe in? I mean, like the big old mushrooms.
Most of it, they look like just overgrown mushrooms. So like ones you'd see like out in the forest growing. Um, you do see some spores here and there, but it looks like they're not poisonous.
Can you eat them?
That's going to be a whatever's higher.
Dimitri with his 7 smacks the mushroom out of her hand.
Give me a nature or survival, whichever one is higher in this case.
I got. They're both the same for me, but she
Mhm.
rolled a 6, and Dimitri rolled a 7.
I'm gonna give it a try.
So
That's not too bad.
so Dimitri with his 7 smacks it out of her hand because that 1 point makes a difference apparently.
With a 20 and a 23, you can tell at first glance that this one, or any one that's like colored and has like the
The spots?
yeah, they are not in fact edible. In fact, they are highly poisonous and toxic. These ones that have been died away are edible when cooked.
I will confer that information to the party.
What happens if you eat them when they're not cooked?
Bad stuff, probably.
Oh,
You are gonna have a hell of a trip.
won't be a good one. Lyndon's new mom will be there.
Wait, what happened?
Let me just pull out my dagger real quick.
I'm throwing it hard.
There's gonna be a really bad trip if you eat the mushrooms when they're not cooked. And I was like, Lyndon's new mom will be there.
America cuts off a piece again.
Like, imagine
Passive perception
you've never
smack.
had weed before and you eat an entire pot brownie.
More or less.
Oh, it was minor illusion, and I still have it.
So you cut off how many?
I don't know. I'm just cutting off pieces until I can sneak a piece and
Uh,
get smack out of her hands.
Stop it! 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 He sees it. Stop it. It didn't
Oh.
get the perception, I don't think.
You roll it again, woman.
Oh, I have to?
Technically, the
Marco,
Get
please,
past
I
that?
don't want to drag you through here stoned, okay? That's not what we need right now.
It unlocks her true protection.
oh,
Stop it! Stop it! Put him down.
No.
Jesus Christ!
Okay, fine,
Is
fine.
this
I want to eat the
allowed?
I want to eat the mushroom. I want to eat the mushroom. Steps away
Wait
from it.
until it's cooked. If you want to eat the
Okay.
mushroom, give it here. Give it here.
I don't have it. I dropped it on the floor. Pointed all the pieces of mushroom around.
That have been smacked out of her hands.
Yeah.
If I see you eating mushroom that hasn't been cooked, we're going to have problems.
Is she like plumbing?
It's not going.
Is she what?
I'm doing a perception check to see if you're like palming any or anything.
I don't know.
She's
can you
been
beat a
sleight of
25?
handing.
Uh,
Every single time I perception check her, she just tries to do more. If she wants a bad trip, she can have a bad trip.
There doesn't
Uh,
seem to be anything in your hands.
Dimitri is no longer
Hmm.
in the good category.
Are you lying, Cat? Okay.
Yes.
Give a deception.
Okay. It slips out from her sleeve. Her palm again.
It's a nat one. Christ.
God damn, it is the duality of man today. Holy shit.
It really is.
Stomp, 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 stomp.
God
You're
damn.
just gonna kick up spores doing that.
Sorry. Nature
Oh,
check
interesting.
was low.
No, it wouldn't, be that way if, you just let me eat it. And then we wouldn't have to deal with all this.
How
Or,
many
like,
do I
Doing
get
a
for
thing
30?
that I wouldn't care, but we can't have you like zooted while we're trying to do stuff.
What do you
So-
mean?
So as
Just,
you,
unlock combat,
how many
shit, dude.
how many have you stepped on?
She pulled off little pieces from the big one. So it's however many she pulled off.
So you hear from behind one of the mushrooms. One of these guys
Oh god.
pops up.
How many did I
Well, wait,
nab
was
for
she
30?
like cutting out of the stalk of one of the big ones, or was she plucking little ones?
I'm pretty sure she was cutting off of this one.
Big ass.
You see this like little mushroom guy, he's no bigger than probably up to your kneecap. Pops up and is like, "How dare you take from our precious garden?"
Wait, up to whose kneecap? Because we
Well,
got very different kneecap
so-
heights in this party.
So it would be up to your two kneecaps for Scylla and Vindrin.
Okay.
About probably up to Dimitri's neck.
It would be up to the waist
Yeah.
because he's like 3 feet, so it's half. So that's about the
You
waist.
see him pop up, and he just gives you the like, "Yeah, you'll steal from our garden."
I wasn't
Technically,
stealing.
it's more like vandalism.
Lyndon's gonna look guilty.
The punishment for such things
Yeah, you
Is-
did it.
the
You look
punish
guilty in a way.
the punishment for such things is death.
That Is there
Well,
any
hold
punishments
on a
you'll
minute.
have
This
that are
isn't a
not
garden.
death?
This is a forest. Doesn't belong to anyone.
Yeah, if anyone needs to die, it needs to be that guy.
What are you talking about? I didn't do anything wrong. Uh oh.
Oh god.
You see two more pop up, and like, so these aren't like fat, right? They're like relatively thin, and you see this guy appear on the other side,
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
and that's where we're gonna end it today.
Okay, good.
No, we're not going into combat. We're at 3 hours now.
Shit, it's the fuzz. Cheese it. Pulls out a random empty bottle from my bag and throws it on the ground. Scatter!
Fireball.
Oh, yes, exactly. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful thing to do in a forest. Yes, all the
Oh,
combustibles.
it's really wet here. It'll be fine.
Combustibles.
Are y'all like the police? Are y'all like the nature police?
They are, in fact, the nature police.
Are they?
And if this is a garden, it sucks. There's no organization. There's no labeling.
Do they have
The
any ties to
harvestables are
Kingsley?
included next to the ones that are poisonous. This is terrible management.
Like a natural garden.
Like,
If
there's
that's
not
the
any
case, then they don't have an
signage or,
an ownership over it.
Yeah,
And-
there's,
and-
there's
They're
no
obviously not
signage to say,
cultivating
"Hey."
it.
Obviously, you know, when this one talks over here, it talks with its stomach's mouth, so have fun with that.
Yeah.
That's distracting.
But that's where we'll end it today, and next time we'll pick up right there.
God, Teeny's gonna wake up in her fucking bindle and be like, "What the hell is going on?"
You're gonna see this like fat fuck of a monster be like, "What did you guys do?"
Well, you know.
Just some new boot goofing.
All right, let us. You know what? See who we got today. You know what? Do that. Give me 2
You ready,
seconds.
Jokey?
Yep, give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That's gonna be it for tonight. We are glad to be back with D&D. It has been a little bit, but we're back. It was kind of a getting back to use the stream. But outside of that, we will see you Saturday for Calamity's Aftermath, and probably tomorrow for a variety game. Probably. We'll see how the weather thing, because it's getting bad again. Outside of that, have a good day, have a good night, have a good morning, wherever you are. Be safe, be excellent. Thank you for watching. Thank you for having it up in the background. I appreciate it very much. We are going to raid a friend who is playing Inscription, the card horror game. And he's a good friend. A little angry, but good guy. We will see you next time. Do it through here. All my problems. Yes, I can. There we go. Anyway, we will see you next time.